Mesopotamia. Between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, small farming villages gradually grew into powerful urban centers. Many historians consider this region the birthplace of civilization because so many innovations appeared there first. The fertile soil allowed farmers to produce food surpluses that supported growing populations. Cities such as Ur, Uruk, and Babylon became centers of trade, religion, and government. One of humanity's earliest writing systems, cuneiform, emerged to record important information. Priests and kings held significant authority, often working together to maintain social order. Large temples dominated city skylines and served both religious and economic purposes. Frequent conflicts between neighboring city-states shaped the region's political development for centuries. Despite its eventual decline, Mesopotamia influenced countless civilizations that followed afterward. Ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt flourished along the Nile River, which provided dependable water and fertile land. The river's annual floods enriched agricultural fields and supported stable food production. Powerful pharaohs ruled the kingdom and were often viewed as divine figures. Massive monuments demonstrated the state's organizational ability and remarkable engineering achievements. The pyramids remain among the most recognizable symbols of human civilization today. Egyptian priests played important roles in religion, education, and record-keeping throughout society. Trade networks connected Egypt with neighboring regions across Africa and the Middle East. Advances in medicine, architecture, and administration strengthened Egyptian influence for many generations. Its cultural legacy continues to fascinate people thousands of years after its peak. Indus Valley Civilization. The Indus Valley Civilization developed across modern Pakistan and northwestern India thousands of years ago. Its cities displayed an unusual level of planning rarely seen elsewhere during that era. Major urban centers featured straight streets, drainage systems, and organized residential districts. Archaeologists remain impressed by the sophistication of its public infrastructure and sanitation. Trade connected the civilization with distant regions, including Mesopotamia and surrounding territories. Unlike many ancient societies, evidence of powerful rulers remains surprisingly limited today. Its writing system has not been fully deciphered, creating enduring historical mysteries. Environmental changes may have contributed to gradual population shifts and urban decline. Even so, the civilization demonstrated remarkable organization and technological capability for its time. Ancient China. Ancient Chinese civilization emerged along major river systems that supported large agricultural communities. The Yellow River played a crucial role in sustaining early settlements and states. Successive dynasties developed systems of governance that influenced Chinese society for centuries. Bronze technology, military organization, and cultural traditions expanded throughout growing territories. Philosophers later introduced ideas that shaped ethics, government, and personal behavior. Writing became an important tool for administration and preserving cultural continuity. Large construction projects reflected both state power and collective labor efforts. Trade routes eventually connected China with distant regions across Asia and beyond. Many foundations of modern Chinese culture originated during these formative historical periods. Minoan Civilization. The Minoans thrived on the island of Crete and became skilled maritime traders. Their civilization prospered through commerce that connected various parts of the Mediterranean world. Palaces served as administrative centers and displayed impressive artistic achievements throughout their halls. Colorful frescoes revealed scenes of daily life, ceremonies, and interactions with nature. Unlike many neighboring societies, Minoan art often emphasized vibrant cultural expression. Their strategic location allowed them to influence regional trade and communication networks. Archaeological discoveries suggest a society with considerable wealth and organizational sophistication. Natural disasters and external pressures likely weakened their position over time. The Minoans left a lasting cultural imprint on later civilizations in the region. Mycenaean Civilization. The Mycenaeans dominated mainland Greece during the later stages of the Bronze Age. Their society revolved around fortified centers controlled by powerful warrior elites. Palaces managed economic activities and coordinated resources across surrounding territories. Military strength played a central role in maintaining authority and expanding influence. Many legends associated with early Greek history may contain Mycenaean elements. Their writing system helped administrators track goods, labor, and governmental responsibilities. Trade brought valuable materials and connected communities throughout the Mediterranean basin. A broader regional collapse eventually disrupted established political and economic structures. Nevertheless, Mycenaean traditions influenced the development of later Greek civilization significantly. Olmec Civilization. The Olmecs emerged in what is now southern Mexico and influenced later cultures. Many scholars regard them as one of Mesoamerica's earliest major civilizations. Their society developed ceremonial centers that attracted people from surrounding regions. The enormous stone heads remain among the most remarkable achievements they created. Agriculture provided the foundation for population growth and social organization. Religious practices likely shaped political authority and community life extensively. Trade networks distributed valuable materials across considerable distances within Mesoamerica. Although many details remain uncertain, their cultural influence appears exceptionally important. Numerous later civilizations inherited ideas and traditions that originated with the Olmecs. Phoenician Civilization. The Phoenicians occupied coastal areas of the eastern Mediterranean and excelled in trade. Their ships traveled widely, connecting distant communities through commercial exchange. Limited agricultural land encouraged economic activities focused heavily on maritime commerce. Phoenician merchants established settlements and trading posts across numerous coastal regions. Their alphabet became one of history's most influential systems of written communication. Purple dye production contributed greatly to their wealth and international reputation. Cultural exchange accompanied trade, spreading ideas between different societies and peoples. Rather than forming a single empire, independent city-states dominated political life. Their contributions profoundly shaped communication, commerce, and cultural interaction throughout antiquity. Carthaginian Civilization. Carthage began as a Phoenician settlement, and it developed into a major Mediterranean power. Its strategic location supported trade, naval strength, and economic prosperity. Merchants established extensive commercial networks, reaching multiple regions and distant markets. The city accumulated wealth through commerce, agriculture, and maritime activities. Competition with Rome eventually led to a series of devastating conflicts. The Punic Wars transformed the balance of power across the Mediterranean world. Carthaginian commanders demonstrated military skill and strategic innovation during these struggles. Despite impressive resistance, Rome ultimately destroyed Carthage after prolonged confrontation. Its history remains a compelling example of ambition, resilience, and geopolitical rivalry. Persian Civilization. The Persian Empire united vast territories under a remarkably effective administrative system. Rulers governed diverse populations, while allowing considerable cultural and religious flexibility. An extensive network of roads improved communication throughout distant imperial regions. Royal officials monitored provinces and helped maintain stability across enormous territories. Persian engineering projects supported agriculture, transportation, and economic development successfully. The empire connected numerous cultures, stretching from the Mediterranean toward Asia. Trade flourished because merchants benefited from relative security and organization. Military strength helped expand imperial influence while protecting important strategic interests. Persia demonstrated how large multicultural states could function with impressive effectiveness. Ancient Greek Civilization. Ancient Greece consisted of independent city-states that developed distinctive political traditions. Athens became known for democratic experiments that influenced future governments worldwide. Sparta emphasized military discipline and collective responsibility within its social structure. Greek philosophers explored questions about knowledge, ethics, and the nature of reality. Artists and architects created works that continue inspiring admiration today. Competition between city-states encouraged innovation, achievement, and cultural development. Greek colonies expanded throughout the Mediterranean and strengthened commercial connections. Literature, drama, and historical writing flourished during periods of intellectual growth. The civilization's influence remains deeply embedded within many aspects of modern society. Roman Civilization. Rome began as a small settlement before becoming one of history's greatest empires. Its leaders developed institutions that enabled expansion across vast territories. Roman engineering produced roads, aqueducts, and structures of remarkable durability. The empire facilitated trade and communication throughout much of Europe. Military organization played a critical role in maintaining authority and security. Roman law established principles that continue influencing legal systems today. Cities became centers of administration, commerce, and cultural exchange throughout the empire. Political challenges and external pressures gradually weakened imperial stability over time. Even after its decline, Rome's legacy remained powerful across succeeding generations. Maya Civilization. The Maya developed sophisticated cities throughout parts of present-day Mexico and Central America. Their achievements included advances in astronomy, mathematics, and written communication. Priests carefully observed celestial movements and incorporated them into religious practices. Large ceremonial centers reflected both spiritual beliefs and political authority. Agriculture supported growing populations despite challenging environmental conditions in many regions. Artistic traditions produced intricate carvings, murals, and architectural masterpieces. Independent city-states often formed alliances while occasionally engaging in warfare. Population shifts and environmental pressures affected many major urban centers. The Maya left an enduring cultural heritage that survives among descendants today. Aztec Civilization. The Aztecs built a powerful state centered around their impressive capital city. Located on an island, the city became one of the region's largest urban centers. Innovative agricultural techniques helped sustain substantial population growth and prosperity. Military success enabled expansion and increased access to valuable resources. Religion influenced nearly every aspect of social and political life. Markets facilitated trade and connected communities across extensive territories. Artisans produced elaborate works that reflected cultural values and achievements. Spanish arrival dramatically altered the course of Aztec history and society. Despite conquest, many aspects of Aztec culture remain influential today. Inca Civilization. The Inca established a vast empire across the Andes Mountains of South America. Their government coordinated resources efficiently across difficult and diverse landscapes. Road systems connected distant regions and facilitated communication throughout the empire. Terraced farming allowed agricultural production in mountainous environments with limited flat land. State administrators carefully organized labor and managed economic responsibilities effectively. Stone construction techniques produced durable structures that still impress visitors today. The empire integrated numerous communities while maintaining centralized political authority. Spanish conquest disrupted established systems and transformed regional history dramatically. Nevertheless, Inca achievements remain among the most remarkable accomplishments of ancient civilizations.